Another important thing about verbal questions is that you need to find the best answer. Unlike math questions where there is only one answer choice which makes sense, in some questions on the verbal section, there can be several answer choices which seem to be right. However, there is still only one correct answer. You have to either eliminate the answer choices that have a certain weakness or choose the one which directly addresses the problem at hand and fully answers the question asked. Unlike the quantitative section of the GMAT where you work primarily on finding the correct answer and it does not really matter why the wrong answers are wrong, knowing how to spot typical wrong answers in the verbal section can help you greatly. Therefore, when answering a practice problem, even if you know the correct answer and know why it is correct, try to see why the wrong answer choices are wrong. This will help you to prove that the answer choice you picked is the best one. Furthermore, for most verbal questions, you can pick the correct answer choice without knowing for sure that it is correct, but by knowing that all the other choices are wrong. Nevertheless, don't forget to look at the one choice remaining, since it is possible that it has a serious flaw and you have mistakenly eliminated the correct answer. In this case, look back and check the other choices again. It's best to take your time the first time you look at a question so that you don't have to go back and do the same job again. In addition, if you start looking at answer choices and see that choice A does the trick, you still have to read the remaining choices, as it is possible that one of them does the trick even better. Don't forget that you are to find the best answer choice. Many prep companies disagree about whether theory is more important than strategy or vice versa. This is actually reflected in how they name this issue: theory versus strategy, theory or strategy, etc. Well, as far as we're concerned, they're both important, but neither is sufficient on its own. You can learn all the theory, but fall into one of those well-disguised GMAT-style traps, or just forget some piece of information that you did not pay enough attention to or did not expect to see on the test. Equally, it is not possible to answer all the questions correctly just relying on strategy and without knowing the theory. Even the most strategic approach cannot ensure your success unless it is supported by some knowledge. So we encourage you to learn all the theory that you may have to deal with on the test, as well as learning the main approaches to questions that can save you time and increase your accuracy by helping you avoid those sophisticated traps. So, to get a high verbal score, study. Some of the questions you'll meet in the verbal section are quite hard and require knowledge of specific fields which you may not be acquainted with. There are certain elimination strategies which can increase your chances when guessing, but these alone will not ensure your success, and getting a high score is impossible without learning theoretical material and peculiarities of question types. Practice. Knowing the theory is necessary, but not sufficient. Since some question types are very specific, it's best that you answer as many practice questions as possible. This will not only help you learn how to apply your knowledge on real GMAT problems, but will also point out your weak places. Practicing will also decrease the amount of time you need to tackle each question, as you will get more familiar with typical correct and wrong answer choices. Be critical. After you have completed a set of practice problems, don't hesitate to review the material on the questions that you got wrong or the ones that you answered correctly, but only because of a lucky guess. Don't get frustrated by getting a question wrong. It's actually good that you came across this question during your practice and not during the test. This way, you have an opportunity to review the related material so that when you come across a question which has the same logic or tests the same concept on the test day, you'll know how to attack it. Don't guess randomly. Evaluate answer choices and eliminate the wrong ones. If you cannot do this, carefully read the explanation and try to understand not only why the correct answer is correct, but also why the wrong answers are wrong, and how you could have eliminated them.